Welcome everybody to another video, and we are back with another weekly trade recap. In this series I go over the best trades that I did that week and why I did each trade. This week I didn't really trade for any big items, but I did make a ton of profit and got a ton of good trades. If we take a look at my graph, in the past week I have gone from 2.1 million value to almost 2.4 million value. So I have made nearly 300,000 profit just this week alone. Anyways, let's get right into this week's trade highlights. The first trade highlight is going to be this trade right here. In this trade, I gave the legit and the Cincinnati Bengals hat for the green trance, the Roblox cop, and the classic Roblox Viking helm. And in this trade, I got a massive overpay of 3.4k value on my legit, which legit gets about 1 to 2k I would say, and I got 3.4, so this is a massive overpay. Got some decent items here in this trade as well, and overall just a massive win and a great start. The second trade highlight is going to be this trade right here. In this trade, I gave the perfectly legit, the coffee house intellectual, and the sapphire eye for the joyful periastrin. Now in this trade it was about a 3.3k overpay at the time, but legit has rose 1k since, but overall still a very good win considering legit still gets 1 to 2k, but this is a low ball for a very good item that is the joyful parry, which also gets about 1 to 2k I would say, and overall just a nice upgrade and a nice win. The next trade highlight is this trade right here. In this trade I gave the playful vampire for the green queen of the night and the Miss Scarlet, so at the time this was a 6k overpay, but then green queen of the night rose 4k and Miss Scarlet rose 3k, so this was a very good win because not only do these items get really good overpays, but I also got a massive overpay on playful vampire, and overall just a very good win and a lot of profit from this trade. Now these next trades are going to be a little bit different because I have been working on a new project. So I currently have 25 waffles as you can see, and that is because I'm re-hoarding the waffle hats. I actually did this once before if you remember, and I had 32 waffle hats. And as you can see, I am just taking over all the copies. As you can see, all these recent copies I have gotten. And yeah, I'm re-hoarding the waffle hats as I did before. And it's kind of a little fun side project to do, so I'll show you guys some of these trades that I did when I traded for the waffles. But here's one of the trades, and gave this item for that. It was about equal at the time, now it's a 2.6 win. Same thing with this one, now a 2.2 win. That's not one, this is another one. Also, I ended up selling this item here for about 30k, so I made like a lot off that as well. Got a waffle hat, and here's another one. And let's see what else. There's a few I know somewhere down here. Yep, right here's one, right here, and then we have these two right here. Now these two trades right here are the big ones, and the reason for that is I ended up getting 5 waffles in one deal, and I gave the joyful parry and the troll and pumpkin projected for 5 waffle hats. I mean, big thanks to them for making this all possible, and got myself 5 waffles from that. These next two trades are going to be involving projecteds. In this first trade, I gave the lava reactor for 2 Helm of the Secret Fire projecteds. Now the Helm of the Secret Fire is normally about 12 to 14k, so in itself I would consider this a win, because both of these at their stable amount is still more than the 22k that I gave, but I did this trade because I wanted to get projecteds to flip to make some profit. And here's the trade where I flipped both the projecteds. So I gave the 2 Helm of the Secret Fire projecteds, the perfectly legit, and the shiny gold egg for the Silver Emperor of the Night. So at the time this was about a 9k overpay I want to say with the projecteds, but regardless this was a huge profit. I believe I made about 20 to 30k profit from this, considering I gave 22k for both of these projecteds, and then I got this massive flip. And the Silver Emperor of the Night isn't the best item, but I ended up getting like about equal for it, but regardless this was a huge flip and definitely an amazing projected flip. The next trade highlight is going to be this trade right here. In this trade, I gave the Green Queen of the Night and a bunch of Robux for catching snowflakes and the neon pink top hat. So this trade is a little bit complex, but it's basically a 14k win at the time, and I got the catching snowflakes and the neon pink top hat, which are pretty good items, and I got the Green Queen of the Night that has rose 4k since I did this trade, but I gave about, I want to say that's 11 or 12k Robux in this trade, but it didn't really matter because I got a 14k win, which was massive and definitely made me a lot of profit off this trade. The next trade is going to be this trade right here. In this trade, I gave the Sorcus Sword of Judgment for the bombastic scary hood and the red serious scar face. So this trade is a 2.8k overpay on this sword, and how I got this trade is I sent a random trade ad, and this guy's like a sword collector and wanted this sword, so I got a nice 2.8k overpay with some pretty nice items, and overall just got a lot of profit from this trade. Up next is a trade for the Pink Galaxy Gaze. In this trade, I gave the Red Sirius Scarface, the Sneaky Green-Eyed Snake, the Uncle Zom's Top Hat, the Coffee House Intellectual, and 210 Robux for the Pink Galaxy Gaze, and in total this trade is about a 2.2k overpay. Now the reason I did this trade is because I wanted to trade off my wrap items for value. These items aren't really going to inflate during inflation, but the Pink Galaxy Gaze will definitely do that because it has demand and it's a valued item. So I wanted to get something that is going to raise in inflation and wanted to trade these off because this trade will eventually be a big win. And the final trade highlight is going to be this trade right here, and I downgraded another legit in this trade, and I got the Raven Lightning Hood, the Lucky Clover Necklace, the Panda Knit, the Blizzard Beast Mode Bandana, and 630 Robux, which in total this is a 3.8k overpay on my legit, which yet again this is a huge overpay, way more than it normally gets, and overall just a massive dub and massive profit. So that is this week's trade highlights. Let me know in the comment section down below which trade you thought was the best from this week. Anyways, that's gonna be it for me. Like the video if you enjoyed, and consider subscribing to the channel for more weekly trade highlight videos. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace.